All right, family, welcome back to the channel. And you find yourself here because with the trade deadline dust starting to settle, you need to be updated with all the information. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video because this one is going to be dropping a cup full of tea. So make sure you grab your cup. I mean, for real.
And that's facts.
We out here. We backtivated.
I beg your pardon.
I said we getting to the business.
You're gonna learn today.
Without further ado, Lakers versus Cliff. Man, hey, I know the Lakers are riding very high right now. Ride on, my boys.
So this guy trying to do that.
Lakers beat the Clippers again. They've now beaten them twice in a 3-day span. They beat them 3 times in a row. The Lakers overall have won 6 in a row. And guys, they are 18-4 in their last 22 games. So over a 6-week period, they have the best record in the NBA. They are now 17 games, over 500. The big stories for me, guys, Luka has a big night at crypto. He talked about that after the last.
LeBron James will hit that magical number in points, being able to solidify himself yet again in the record books. I need you to drop your comments, thoughts below.
Clipper game, he wanted that. Dalton Connect is back, and Vando makes winning plays, and the Lakers are number 2 in the West. Big game.
Yeah, I mean, look, to be missing 2 critical players and then Goodwin being out as well, the team knew they had to come together and someone was going to have to step up. And, you know, I thought Connect coming in really helped them secure some buckets to keep them in the game, to enhance their lead. He had some big threes. But for me tonight, you know, it was guys like Vanderbilt. There was one possession where he got 3 offensive rebounds there. Keep the ball alive. Players like that. Vinny Smith, I thought that Gabe's defense.
Now, coming out as a Dallas Maverick fan, the fact that we were really talking so much mess about giving up what we would have had to give up in order to get Dorian Finney-Smith back to the Mavericks, now knowing we don't have Luke Doncic and they are both together on the Lakers, that's a bitter pill to swallow. And I mean that. We'll play that drop, but it's going to skip the video.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
It's pretty good. So a really good collective effort, but Luka finally starting to find his groove. He had some big threes and, you know, he's very tricky with the basketball, drawing fouls. I thought just collectively they kept their poise when the Clippers, when Kawhi Leonard started to get hot and Zubac started to get those, they kept their poise, took a timeout, came back, and kept it under control and got the W.
Yeah, Dorian Finney-Smith, I believe, was a plus 23 going into those final seconds. Rob, before you go, let's go back downtown. Luka with Mike Trudell.
As Dallas Mavericks supporters or any supporter of any team, did you underestimate the gravity of Dorian Finney-Smith? Is he that type of role player like the Andre Iguodala that you need on your squad?
All right, Luka, it's tough to beat the same team twice in a row in the NBA, but you managed to do so tonight. It's a 6th straight win. What's going well for you guys in finding ways to get these results?
Good. We had a lot of turnovers. Defense was good.
Hey, I apologize for stopping the video so much, but I need him for the shorts.
I beg your pardon.
I need him for the shorts. Luka Doncic, yeah, you're going to get some turnovers just because of the way that he throws passes. All those passes that'll wow you, they will also sometimes have you very upset. And I mean...
And that's facts.
Good, but at some point, you know, we didn't do good defensive things. But we just stayed together throughout the game. They made a run, we fight back, so that's what we do.
You've gone against Ty Lue and his defense is a lot. He threw a lot of different looks at you, right? Some switches, then some blitzes. What's the challenge in kind of making the right play when the coverage are switching around like that?
Yeah, I'm used to that. You know, they're switching up defense a lot on me. Just gotta do what the defense give you. So I always say it's like playing chess a little bit.
Okay, so if you haven't had a chance to check out my last video where I have the master chess or whatever thumbnails, because it's testing something out for me, but it shows how Luka Doncic smoked this dude literally in a chess match in 4 moves. Now, granted, the reporter or the person that was playing him was asking him questions, so he was interviewing him. But just the fact that he was able to beat him so many times and that quickly, think about having those skills on a basketball court. If he's able to work through those complex situations in his head that fast for a chessboard, what do you think he can do on a basketball? It just, do you need to know and understand the game of chess to really be able to maximize your game in the game of basketball? That's what I need to know. Shout out. I'm going to get myself on the... All right, let's get it.
So just trying to do that.
You know, is there any difficulty with new teammates, especially when you get blitzed and guys kind of finding the right spots, making sure they're spaced the right way? How are you growing like that?
Yeah, I think everybody knows what to do. Everybody knows their role. Everybody knows where to be. So I think we obviously we're not there yet, but we're getting better.
Are you enjoying playing in this building? The fans certainly seem to be appreciating the effort.
Hell yeah. It's nice.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Thanks, Luka.
And they like to hit your boy with that. All right, so I skipped that mud. Okay.
And we love having him, and he is having fun. You guys can tell he's gotten through I think the shock of that trade, I think the Lakers were great with letting him take his time, work his way back, and he looks healthy. His effort has been awesome. And Rob, listen, he said it after the postgame show, like, I'm not playing great yet. I haven't had a good shooting game yet here in Crypto.com Arena, but I love these fans. But tonight he made sure. He had 5 threes, in control the whole game, 29 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds, but also that fadeaway bank falling away, right?
They look away. Gabe and all the other guys that play, of course, the 40-year-old, but to me,
hey, man, you can't glaze over there. How you going to talk about the 40-year-old? Hey, if you going to do it, you got to do it right.
hey, yo!
Put some respect on that 40-year-old names. You talking about LBJ.
And that's fact.
Hey, shoot.
So excited because I still don't think they're clicking like they can. Because if you really think about Luka points, right? He didn't shoot the ball well still, though.
Yeah.
And Luka's standard. So, and you look at the way LeBron's playing, look at the whole team playing with 2 starters out. So I'm so excited for this team that, they can do more damage the better they get, the more games they play.
Yeah, no Rui.
According to some Lakers fans, starters are these so-called starters that were out where they needed to be.
That's a great point. And James, one way for LA fans to fall in love with you quickly is 60 points against the Clippers in 2 nights. That's what Luka did.
Yeah, and the other thing too with Luke, you have to remember, he was out since December. So I still think he's gradually also getting his body and mind into better shape. So when that starts to click even more, we haven't seen the best of him yet. But I think when he gets to where he's really comfortable and in the tip-top shape he wants to be in, boy, he's already exciting. He's got these crowd in the palm of his hand.
Yeah, Lakers are on fire from 3 guys, 18 of 42 for 43%, 5 different Lakers with multiple threes. But Rob, we have to give Dalton Connect his flowers. Listen.
All right, I need to ask you, who is the best pure shooter on the Los Angeles Lakers? Is it LeBron James? Is it Gabe Vincent? Is it Dalton Connect? Is it Luke Doncic? Or is it Austin Reeves?
He had a good game the other night, 3 for 6. But tonight, it was different. And when I say he's back, it was everything. The demeanor, the body language, the smile, the swag, the quick release.
He's one of those guys. He's going to be a streaky shooter because when you play alongside a great guy,
Apparently, it's a few people. Everybody is streaky shooter.
he's streaky, but this guy, to me, I've said it from day one, if he was on any other team, he'd probably be Rookie of the Year because this dude is just that good. He just needs opportunity out there to show you what he can do because he can play defense. He doesn't play well as, of course, Vando, but he's a very capable defender. He's a really good offensive rebound. He's one of the sneak guys who's going to get some deep offensive putback. So I just think that, this guy, when he's given an opportunity, like James always said, he got to be ready to answer that call.
And before you go, James, I want to ask Rob this because you shared this story before, but are you happy for him on a personal level? Because I know when that trade went down and then it got rescinded, you had been through something similar. You sent him a note, so you've been kind of watching closely.
Yeah, because, you can get down on yourself and feel like, yo, do I belong? You belong. And you can see how bad Charlotte wanted you.
Yeah.
They was getting mad. They tried to, hey, no, the trade should be good. That should make you feel good as a player because it's not what the Lakers were trying to do. It's what the other team.
But that's on the back end. He was perfectly justified being upset on the front end. Especially dirty work is dirty work, man. Y'all already know how we feel about that.
They know what they see. They know what they will have if they got you on the team. So you have to use every bit of thing that you can find to motivate you. And for him, what better place to be motivated in an LA Laker uniform? Upcoming greatest players ever do. So this is a golden time for you to even get your shine on and also just play good basketball.
When you were advising him, did you advise him not to throw a towel?
If you want to get out, that's what you
Don't do that. No, man. I love Dalton, man. When he came here, he was the talk of training camp. And in those first few weeks, we just thought we had, a gem getting him at 17th pick. And,
they had
you know what I mean? Because he's really good. And I think, as a young player,
man, do I need to play the X-Files music on this? But it might be a mystery.
Glad, Rob, you texted him. I know that, it's just part of the business. He's a commodity in this league. And, his offensive rebound, he just had to spectate. Hit a couple threes, ball went up, nobody boxed him out. He went in there and got that dunk. He does have long arms, so his defense can be pretty good as a team defender. He's not going to lock anybody up, but he's learning, and I think he's gaining confidence, and he's back home.
So, guys,
since you don't know if they're for the player or against the player, but I need to know, what are Dalton Connect's strengths and what are his weaknesses? What are Dalton Connect's weaknesses? And is what he said was justified in any way?
we do have some time before we get to JJ, so I do want to give Vando some love. The team is 13-2 when he plays basketball for the Los Angeles Lakers. And I know I've said this a lot of times, but that's why we were all year last year, man. We miss Vando. If they're going to playoffs and make a run, going to need Vando. Now he's going to get you points. It's not going to show up in the box score, but tonight Rob actually did. He's 8 points and 9 rebounds. And some of those offensive rebounds to keep, possessions alive. 5 of them, Jay? 5 offensive rebounds. Those are game winners. Yeah. That's what everyone calls winning plays.
Those are winning plays.
Real talk, that's who they should have been trying to get in the deal. Nico, why you give Vando and Christie and A?
Those are impactors.
Yes.
And people who really know basketball understand the importance of guys like that. They're not going to get talked about on whatever sports show it may be, but his teammates will always love him because they're going to look over and says, if you got to get in the trenches, what guy's going to have your back? It's going to be Vando. He plays hard each and every night. And like I said earlier, it's contagious. And he just wants to play basketball. Think about how often he sat over there and knowing he could be in that foot was not healthy. And think about his last game before he got hurt before the season ended, what he did with no AD and no LeBron.
The way he was playing Tatum that game in one half. But
yes, and to me, that's just, that's indicative of what he can do for this team. And people who say, well, he can't shoot, can't do this, but it doesn't matter. He makes winning plays, like you said.
Yeah.
Led the team in rebounding today?
You said it.
Vanderbilt. It's almost as if he's been over on the bench watching, especially since, AD's gone. He's like, we need rebounding. That's the kind of player he is. His defense is always going to stand out. He knows but now he's like, we need some rebounding. And on that one possession, he got 2 or 3 offensive rebounds in the same, possession. So he's and he missed 4 or 5 going after them, tipping them.
Wasn't there? All right, rebounding challenge. Who is going to lead the Los Angeles Lakers for the rest of the season in rebounds? Will it be Vanderbilt, Jackson Hayes, Luke Doncic, or other?
We play hard, we compete. Tonight wasn't perfect with some of the execution stuff, but we more than made up for it with our effort at times. And frankly, I really like what we did, in the half court when our defense was set. The turnovers, once again, hurt us. Scored 20 points off our turnovers. I think.
Well, and one thing, with Luke Doncic, you're going to get some turnovers. It is what it is.
It wasn't a play that was more emblematic of our effort than
his scoring output. I
think there's 7-something
would
to go.
Outweigh that. But his scoring output will outweigh that.
Gets the rebound. We kick it back to LeBron. He misses the 3 from the corner. Vando gets the rebound. We hit Luka. Trays over in the right corner. He pins in for LeBron. He hits that 3.
Rebounds.
These opponents that we're playing, they're really good teams. They're fighting like we're fighting. These are playoff-like games, just in terms of the physicality, the effort from both teams, and that's. That play, I'm not sure they got closer than 5. I know there was, 5 right there at the end, but that was a massive play for us in a stretch where, look, we're having to play lineups where we don't have a ton of shooting on the court, and teams are able to load up. They're reading everything. They're a top 5 defensive team.
Does he know what he just said? He don't got a lot of shooting on the court. Hey, if you got Luka Doncic on the court, you got enough shooting. I promise you that, my boy.
And that's fact.
It's tough to score. So we talked again pregame about our effort offense. That was a massive, massive play.
There are things I think you can't know about players until you have them as a teammate or something like that. And you had kind of mentioned the importance of these Luka blackouts in Denver. I think he made 2 threes and was instantly yelling at the Clipper bench. Dunn got a little bit of it later. Seemed like everybody pretty much on the court got some of that energy from him. Spiritually, what do you think that did for your team tonight, his sort of fire and intensity?
Yeah, I think the way he started the game got us going on that end. And then it just seemed like throughout the game, when we needed a bucket, when we needed him to draw a second, third defender at times, he was able to make the right play, minus the 6 turnovers. But he played fantastic tonight. And again, it was that verve and that spirit of competition, but also just something that is, maybe it's an inner demon, I don't know, but it comes out and it's fantastic for us when it does.
A clip circulated of you crediting Dalton Knecht for being a professional after the win on Friday. Tonight seemed like more.
Talk to the Lakers about what they're putting out. Need approval on some stuff.
Did I say more than professional? Kind of a starring effort for you. Have you been able to get a sense of where Dalton's been at after everything that went down last month? And how do you envision his role as the season plays out?
Yeah, there was a lot of discussion early on.
Is JJ Redick about to tell us that Austin Reeves is going to the bench? Smash a like on the video if you want Austin Reeves to go to.
When he first got back, not playing the first game, didn't want to put him in a tough situation for him. We then talked on Tuesday. We then talked the day before the break. It was very much just, let's just play basketball, and you're going to play, and I'm going to coach, and we've moved on from that. So I think each day it just becomes again more normal. Certainly the last 2 games I think help every player. Look, we've all been there. We all have this sort of perpetual belief in our ability. Everybody's confidence can wane, and you need that confidence to be reinforced by playing well. And he's done that the last 2 games, and it's obviously offensively, but he's done some good things defensively as well.
He's coming in.
He's on the sideline. He finished with 9 points in the win. Gabe is speaking with Mike in the media.
Gabe, I know you always kind of play your game regardless of what the situation is, but stepping in for Austin, is there anything that you think about in particular?
Gabe out here on his Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
I'll learn today.
Out there with that group.
Just trying to be ready to play, make a little more, I think, just depending on how the game flow, the game was going, if Bron and Luke are on the court at the same time, if stuff like that. But for the most part, it was some for me.
What have you seen from Dalton? Not just tonight, but the last game and kind of getting going. And tonight, obviously, it's some key shots.
Yeah, it's been small things for me with Dalton that he's been improving on a lot. Whether it's talking on defense or the switches. And I think he's improved immensely in the last 5 to 10 games in those. And it was great to see him get hot and get out there and get the rhythm. It was great to see him get rewarded with a good offensive game. Missed the growth.
And then JJ was talking about the coverages the teams play against Luka and how they're rarely going to go into drop. How do you kind of feel like you guys are evolving when teams are either blitzing him or switching everything? And what are some keys?
Yeah, he creates a lot of problems. I think Bron creates a lot of issues. You add Luka to the mix and the way he can really shoot the ball and pick apart defenses. We're kind of just reading and reacting. Teams are going to try to throw different things at him, whether it's a blitz or definitely not a drop. So we're just trying to stay ready to make our adjustments.
Just the nature of which you guys won these games against these top teams, a lot of it's been more on the defensive side. Does that provide optimism for what it'll look like when you guys do have it, that synergy offensively rolling and everyone's, I guess, rolling in that sense?
Yeah, late in the year, and you have to win some games in the mud. And I think we've had some games, some stretches here now to be able to test our grit, test our willingness to fight through a lot. And we've been doing that at a high level. So proud of the fight this group's been doing. We just need to keep it up.
Maybe feel like Gabe Vincent trying to hit us with the late night radio voice, man.
Mike is the answer. Mike just mentioned the word evolving. Is there a way you describe your guys' identity through this, whether you won 16 out of last 19? What's the consistency, even as guys have been out of lineup, you had trades and whatnot?
Yeah, I think we're playing very hard. We're playing unselfish. And I think everyone's kind of starting to understand their assignment. I think we all know what we're looking for when we step out there on the court. That simplicity brings clarity and it allows us to go out there and just play hard. So it's been working so far. We just got to keep it rolling.
Robert, Keith Ory, regular season and playoffs combined. LeBron James is creeping on 50K.
Man, they got, how many players they got on there? They got 3 players on that list. Lakers, hey, I'm not looking, but I'm looking.
And that's facts.
Still bouncing around like a 25-year-old, which is remarkable. And
I mean, right now, it's crazy that he's not being talked about in the MVP race, right? He's for sure top 5, first team All-NBA right now in the NBA at 40 years old. And defensively, he's making a case.
Defense is better than when he won MVP the last time. We showed the graphic before, his numbers.
Yeah.
When he won MVP, I'm not sure where it was, but when they showed his number now. His numbers now are almost...
Okay, so what's the consensus? LeBron James, MVP. I need to know, does he have your MVP vote? LeBron James has put up a historic, epic, defying season, putting up the numbers, about to reach 50,000 points. Do you know what type of work and dedication it takes for one individual to be able to put in that amount of points and time?
Your party.
I said he put in the work in the time.
Better. Y'all better, yeah.
Dorian Finney-Smith scored 11 points. It was a game high plus 24. He's in the locker room with Brez.
Dorian, what's it say about you guys? You've been here a couple months. In a slow but steady progression, you made up through the standings, now in second in the West.
Just, staying together, playing defense. We've been guarding, guys. Been taking the challenge. Coach has been doing a good job of getting us ready and, giving us...
But Dorian Finney-Smith looked like he's straight out the South, man.
Giving us the answer to the test, and we've been executing.
What's it say about you as a team? Maybe talent, depth, whatever it may be, that you won tonight without 2 starters and a rotation player.
Just show you how deep we are. The next man up, like I said last game, that's just part of playing 82 games. People going to get hurt. Next man got to step up and do his job.
I mean, now 23 more games to go in the regular season, but how much do you value the idea of finishing there or higher going into this?
We just got to keep stacking days. Whoever team... I feel like, is hot and healthy, do a good job in the postseason. So we just got to stay healthy, get them guys back on the court, just keep stacking days and, getting to know each other as a team. Man, sometimes I get caught watching and don't be ready to shoot. Mondoose was on my ass yesterday. He said, hey, I left some blue in my gun in LA.
He the homie, bro.
But today, I came out ready to shoot. Them guys just...
You guys feed off Luka's intensity. Clearly that first quarter, he was ready to go and it seemed like he was chirping a little bit, maybe energize you guys.
Oh, no, I know he ready to... that's what he do, especially when he get going. But, he's trying to find himself and find a shot. If he made some shots tonight, got us up 20. And then, they battled back, but we came together in the game and finished. I smoked that layup, probably could have got it over quicker, but, sports and entertainment, we like to make it entertainment.
$29.99 for Luka. He's in the locker room.
You've been obviously a pretty short time comparatively, but this team is now second in the West.
Weeks after the game.
That's a great position to be in, honestly.
A little bit ahead of Denver.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I didn't pay attention that much to standings, but go game by game. That's a hell of a accomplishment right now.
You said a couple games ago you want to start shooting well here. 5 threes tonight. You feeling pretty comfortable?
Yeah, today I felt a little bit more comfortable. As long as we get the win, we got 6 in a row. So that's what this is about.
Look at there in the first quarter, you're kind of like a little bit to eat or
it was on the fall, I think. Just a little tight on the tight. I don't know how you say it in English, but then I got near in the knee the straight game in this spot, so it's kind of struggling on the right leg. But I'm good.
You kind of said too that you haven't had a good game like in LA. You get 2 against Clippers here and kind of feel that energy. What was it like tonight? Hit the step backs to kind of get the crowd going. It felt like your energy at least was the highest it's been.
Yeah, it's been great. Like I said, the atmosphere is unbelievable.
As a Mavs fan, this is hard to watch.
And we're just gonna want to give the people what they want, and that's winning the games. And that's what we're doing right now.
What's Dalton connected you guys the last couple of games, and what have you guys framed and just being a...
I mean, it's hard being a rookie, obviously, but I think he's a professional. Some days I think one the game he didn't play, and next game he showed up, and that's about professional, especially being a rookie in LA. It's not easy. He's been doing this, so I'm glad we have him on our team.
You mentioned that you've been battling the Clippers, obviously, from the bubble. A lot of different coverages at you over the years. How have you seen that matchup evolve with the rest of the league since?
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be. I remember that.
And the thing about it, I bet Luka was living in heaven, just being able to dominate the Clippers over and over again, game after game, coming from that being the team that was his Achilles heel and not allowing him to be able to move on to the next round of so many playoffs.
Last game, there was only one college on me. But, it's like I always say, it's like playing the chess a little bit. You got to read the defense and take what the defense gives you.
You said that, the stretch that you were out with the Cavs was the longest you missed in the NBA. Having experienced an absence that long for the first time, how's the return in terms of rust? And has it been tougher than you thought? What have been some of the challenges you've dealt with?
Yeah, I've been long, my whole career, as long as I've been out. So I didn't expect that much rust. You could see in the first couple of games. But now this is getting better. But I obviously didn't expect it.
The fact that Luka Doncic can speak Spanish allows him to tap into a whole nother part of the Los Angeles Lakers fan base because LeBron didn't speak Spanish. And Anthony Davis we got the short cover in that and the video as well. Max Christie doesn't speak Spanish either. So Luka Doncic can personally speak to them, unlike Los Angeles Lakers in the past, which is something that the Lakers are going to lean into, especially since that is a demographic that is heavily being pushed right now.
This first Earl Church event, sir, what ways have you and LeBron trying to make things easier for you?
Sorry? Yeah.
In what ways have you and LeBron trying to make things easier for each other in terms of, here and all?
I think just play the way we play, and the way we both play, and, get other people involved. They're going to give you, depends on which coverage, take what the defense gave you, but it's just playing who we are.
Getting too much space.
Part of this trade, was it the situation, how it happened, what happened after the trade with Anthony Davis going down, or the simple fact that you had Luke Doncic, or the precedents that is set for other owners around the league.
Is it a little more with this team, given that you guys have such a history of playoff battles and regular season battles?
Obviously, we went back and forth a lot with the Clippers, and that's what I like. For me, that's fun, and that's how I get going, especially in the basketball court.
It's not that your team in Dallas wasn't known around the league because of the talent that you and Kyrie and the rest of the guys had, but Lakers seem to be a team with a bigger target on their backs, just because a team that the opponent circle on the calendar. Have you gotten a sense of that so far? How you're going to kind of get your other team best shot?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't believe it before, but they say if somebody's out a long time, then they play against the Lakers.
First of all, you're not going to speed past that.
We got to throw shots at everybody else to glaze the Lakers, my boy. You know what I'm saying? I know we got Lakers supporters in the chat, but at the same time, we'll say however, I'll be throwing shades on the rest of us.
I don't know. I didn't believe it that long time, but obviously he's the Lakers, so I think that's known.
Eric Jones shared an exchange the other day. Is he someone who reached out to you after the deal? And what do you think he's kind of brought to the Clippers since he's gotten here?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, he's an amazing guy just to be around. And second of all, his defense, his ability to jump, his ability to even shoot. We were together, we were great, I think. So obviously one guy missed, we'll get some dinner now. Then we're in LA.
18 points for Dalton Connect off the bench, back to the locker room. Speaking with Brad.
On 5 threes tonight, 19 points. How comfortable are you feeling out there these days?
Just staying confident, get back in my groove and stuff like that. And, like I said earlier, just staying confident. Teammates were finding me, and I'll just knock them shots down.
I know you're a rookie, but is it exciting? You guys feel like you're accomplishing something by being second in the West at this point in the season?
Yeah, for sure. That's a big time. I'm not sure. I never played basketball yet, but I know it's pretty key to have.
How much of an impact would you say Dalton Connect has had on the Lakers' recent wins in this last stretch, getting them all the way to the second in the West?
Court advantage.
What's it like playing with Luka?
Easy, super easy. Makes life easy on the offense, getting wide open shots for everybody.
Now that you've had a little bit of a chance to see it up close personally, what parts of his game stand out to you versus watching him as an opponent?
Obviously, the shot making's crazy, but knowing where guys are at, even when he's not looking at them, playmaking, making those passes, and they're usually always on target. So he just makes it super easy for everybody on the offense end.
What comes with usually? Not all. So some of them turnovers going to be there. Just so you know, you got to listen to what they say.
I beg your pardon.
I say they be telling us.
I beg your pardon.
The crowd into games with their shot.
I beg your pardon.
I think at the end of the second quarter, they went 7.5 minutes without a point. You guys have had these stretches defensively over the last 2 months where created energy and offensively. What's changed, do you think, for this group on that side of the ball? And does it feel like an every night thing now for you guys?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's one of our things is trying to be very consistent on the defensive end and executing our game plan. And then that leads to easy transition buckets for us. And we just try to feed off of our crowd. You said what?
What shook out to as far as the 2-game game?
I would say it's just easy to, especially when those two are out on the court, to get everybody wide open shots, or it's always usually a bucket. So, having those two on the court together is fun to watch.
Next game, Tuesday, home against the Pelicans. Pre-game is at 6:30.
All right, family, there you have it. And if you want to make sure that you stay up to date with all the information and the latest trade buzz information, since rumors that are rumbling around the league, make sure you check out this video and hit that button. Hit the bell too.